are heading off to the airport, Stansted today. The weather here, if you can see, is the rain is absolutely rubbish. So we're hoping we get some sunshine in Italy. Not the best driving weather, but we'll be back when we get there. The weather was literally terrible the whole way there. Poor Mark having to drive in this. We parked at Stansted Midstay, which we found really easily, and the buses were really efficient. I'd recommend this car park, and here we are. Got my liquids out, didn't need to as they're using a different technology, so they can stay in your bag now. However, I must look a bit suspicious today. I did get searched, my bag and myself today. Apparently the new scanner did not like my liquids. Got my holiday read and we are off to find our lounge. I have booked the Escape Lounge, again using my Barclays Travel Pack Plus, and here we are ready for some breakfast. Whoops, is that a Bailey's in my coffee? Well, it is actually nearly lunchtime, so ching ching. It's never too early for a drink at the airport, right? Anyway, we arrived here at about 10:30 and lunch goes out at 11. So I'm just going to show you the breakfast selection that was out when we arrived. So you have got cereals, croissants, muffins, cakes, all your ketchups and sauces there, jams and that for your croissants. There's also always a hot offering along with toast and porridge. There is a fully stocked bar, so this isn't self-service. You go up to the bar, but you can have whatever drinks you want, and they have Prosecco on tap, which is great. In the airport lounge, there is Wi-Fi. You get your own table, but there's no announcements, so keep an eye on the flight board info. There we have some muffins, and the lunch service is now out, which included a cheese board, so cheese and crackers, and there was Branston pickle, which was yummy. A selection of cold salads here. That potato salad was really, really nice, as was the lentil one. You've then got crisps and crackers along with sandwich selection. These were all really nice as well. We did try one of each because you've got to give it a go, right? So we were in the lounge for 3 hours and literally it filled us up for the day. It has everything you could want in here. If you haven't been to a lounge, I highly suggest it. So Mark had the shepherd's pie. I had the Thai green curry. That was actually really, really nice. Look at me spoiling him. He didn't even have to get up and get his own dinner. Waitress service as well. It's my green Thai curry, which I think was also a veggie option, and there was this red pepper and tomato pasta available also. All smelled really nice and it tasted delicious. Like I said, we tried the sandwiches as well, just to try a little bit of everything. Really pleased with the quality of the food. It's the first time I've done lunch in here and it was really good. You've also got your soft drinks available, and I usually fill my water bottle up in here too. Along with the cakes, I mean, there's really no complaints. Because I've got my Barclays travel card, I got this for £18 per person. I think is usually 36, which I still think is an absolute bargain considering it is eat and drink all you want before you go, and what the prices are at the other places in the airport. You can't lose. You get up to 3 hours in the lounge, so you'll absolutely get your money's worth. It's a great start to your holiday. Just come out of our airport lounge and we're now off to the gate 49, which I'm on the lookout for. The airport is ram jam chocolate, so I am so glad that we booked a lounge because it was so nice and chilled in there, and out here is crazy. What else was I going to say? Wrong way. I'm obviously looking suspicious today because I got pulled up and searched, and then my bags got pulled up and searched as well. It was just because my liquids didn't scan as, I don't know, they should have done. Apparently the machine didn't like them. So we're going to go this way. Gate 49. Let's go. We're getting on the plane. Proper plane buff. I get so excited, of course. Oh, nothing like that. Get off the plane field. So I just got off. It is 20 to 6 and it's really warm. Definitely feel like we bought too many warm clothes. Cold clothes. Plus. Just waiting for a taxi. Come through the airport really quickly. See how much it is to our hotel. Okay, so very quickly, here is our room. It's very bijou. We've got a little bed, bedside cabinet, phone, bathroom, oh, and a balcony. Little chair and table. Now we're going to head off because we are in Rome West, somewhere near the Vatican. And we've got a reservation for 8:30 for dinner, and it sounds quite complicated to get there. So we're now going to go hunt out the subway so we can find it. Just out walking, looking for somewhere to eat. We seem to be miles away from anywhere. Obviously, we booked our hotel through Wowcher, and I had seen that it was quite away in Rome West and near Vatican, but not quite how far it was. So we're 5k from Vatican. So walking there now, it's very busy, built up main roads. Not kind of what I had in mind, but hopefully we'll walk past some really nice bars and restaurants, so we'll find somewhere.
Got about an hour to the main bit.
The transport doesn't seem as simple as I thought. I thought there'd be like subway to pick up really close. It's about 1 kilometre from the hotel. We have seen where that is now, and not really a close by bus. Not as simple as I thought. Anyway, we're exploring and we'll find our way around, I guess. So we cancelled the reservation we had because it just seemed like it was too long and too complicated to get there, and we decided to walk and find somewhere. I guess we walked for about half an hour before we came across this cute little restaurant where we decided to sit outside and eat. It was warm enough to sit outside in just a light jacket and jumper and eat. The food was really good. For starter, we had some focaccia and a meat and cheese platter. And then for main course, I had carbonara and Mark had a lasagna. These were both really nice and tasty. We were way too full for dessert, so that was it. And then we then wandered to the taxi rank, which was literally 5 minutes down the road, nice and handy. Extra features of our hotel, we did have coffee, not tea and coffee, just 2 sachets of coffee. There was a wardrobe with a safe, an area to put your suitcases and some hanging hooks. Obviously, I did show you that we had a balcony. It was a very busy road and there was a lot of traffic noise. In the bathroom, there was a hairdryer. You had hand wash and shower gel in the shower area, as well as a large window that opened. The hotel was no frills whatsoever, but it was clean and tidy. This is the downstairs foyer and bar area, and we had breakfast included, which was a full continental breakfast. This was all nice. All in all, the hotel is basic and it was fine. My main problem with this was the location, that it was just too far from where we wanted to be. And if I ever went back to Rome, I would only ever stay in a central hotel. Morning! On our first morning out in Rome, we have just arrived at St. Peter's Basilica. So taxi from our hotel was really quick and easy. They called it for us and it took like 6-7 minutes to get here. €10 taxi ride. We're just going to find our guide. We booked a tour on Get Your Guide, and then we'll have a little look around. So we got breakfast and a carton of juice included in our tour price. Mark got a donut, there was a few croissants, I've got a chocolate one that was plain, and then a carton of juice. So we're just waiting to go over to the Basilica. We walked over to join the queue of the Basilica with our group. The queue wasn't too long, like it took us about 3/4 of an hour to get in. It was 3 times as long when we came out. It was an amazing queue. I would 100% recommend buying a tour with a skip the queue if that is at all possible if you're buying a tour. So our tour included an audio guide. I would recommend that you download the guide before you get there in the morning because my internet was not great. So all the instructions are on Get Your Guide, but download your audio tour before you go. So we are still in the queue looking around. This building is absolutely amazing. The attention to detail, all of those details in the ceiling and the walls. You cannot believe that this place was built hundreds of years ago. So looking down this alleyway under the man on the horse, who is amazing again, there is one person doing the tickets to get in. No wonder the queue is so long. When you get in, again, it is just looking around in awe because the building is absolutely fantastic. So we chose to take the stairs up the Basilica. So you can take an elevator. The elevator will take you up 200 steps. There are 500 in total. St. Peter's Basilica Dome. We've opted for going on foot, which is 500 steps. We're going to take the elevator, which takes you up the first 200, and then you do 3. We've gone for 5, so let's see how it goes. Come out of the first view on the platform. I'm not sure how many steps we've done so far, but it feels Like a, like a view. Right, have a look at the view. So this is where we're heading to. We're going to aim to get up to the top of that dome. I have told Mark he can wait here because Mark is not very good with heights. But he's going to come and have a look. Aren't you, babe? Yep. Let's go. Mark at the last level. This is really tight, steep steps. If you don't like enclosed spaces or heights, give this a miss. As you can hear, there are people in here with very young children. I am not going to lie, this would be my worst nightmare of somewhere to come with my children. I actually found it quite hard doing the climb myself. It was so busy when you got to the top, as with everywhere in Rome. The views were obviously absolutely spectacular. You could see for miles. It was amazing, but it was so busy up there. It was hard to get to the edge to actually get a view, and you were entwining between people. I know these places are busy, but it's always a bit disappointing when it's so busy, in my opinion. As much as these views were spectacular, I'm not going to lie, I don't think it's something I would ever do again. I did not enjoy the climb up or the climb down. Yeah, I'm glad I done it, but I wouldn't do it again, no. I'm also very glad that Mark decided to stay down at the other level because he does not like heights. I mean, he's done Empire State and things like that. I think that's a lot easier when you're just going up in an elevator. I have no fear of heights. I don't have claustrophobia, but I did find it. I did get a little bit dizzy and a little bit panicky at some points coming up these steps. It's very narrow corridors and there is no going back. You're going in one direction only. So I've just been up to the dome and I'm on my way down. I'm going up at the moment, but the steps are so steep. Mark didn't come up with me, and I'm glad he didn't because there's no way he would have had those steps. And I'm not claustrophobic and I'm not scared of heights, but I did get a little bit dizzy. So I'm not gonna lie, if you are at all claustrophobic, don't like heights, bit dizzy, vertigo, don't do it. Do come and have a look at the ground level because this building is absolutely spectacular. The architecture is amazing, the paintings, the details, it is something to come and see. It is just absolutely stunning. The high point is definitely being in this building. Going up to the dome, I'd give that a miss. I wouldn't do that again, but this building is amazing and you walk around and just look and wonder how. I don't think it could be made now, so I don't know how they done it then. It is just everywhere you look, so much detail and stuff. Had a really busy morning going to the St. Peter's Basilica and the Dome, and then we've just walked into Rome and walked down all these really pretty streets. We've got past the traffic on the outskirts. The roads are massive, the traffic is chaos, and it is not very relaxing. So we've walked in, we found this gorgeous little square with some fountains, ordered a drink, got a Pearl Spritz. This was €10. Mark's got a beer. It was €8, I think. I'm just going to sit in the sun and chill. This is much more my vibe. walking up towards the Colosseum. One thing you need to know about Rome is it is so busy. Like, there are people everywhere, people in traffic. It's crazy busy. We've now come up Palatine Hill and the Roman Forum, and the views up here are spectacular. They're the best views I've seen all day, even close up with the Colosseum and stuff. You've got much better views. It's a really great viewpoint. And although there's still a lot of people around, it is not ram-jammed like everywhere else seems to be. The gardens are really beautiful. You can walk through. There's loads of blossom and wisteria, flowers. Stunning. Really nice place, worth coming and having a look. This is probably my favourite little place that we've came and seen today. Thought it was beautiful here, one of my favourite parts of Rome, because it was just a nice quiet spot. I must admit I was very stressed out by the busyness of everywhere. So we grabbed an ice cream. These were really yummy. I had black cherry and salted caramel. Mark had mint chocolate chip. Then walked through Rome in the direction of the Trevi Fountain, and when I stepped into this square where the Trevi Fountain is, I just could not actually believe the busyness of it all. Again, we're now walking towards the Spanish Steps, where it is just as busy. Honestly, Rome is the busiest place I think I have ever visited. I did find it stressful, but I think we had too much in our day. We were too busy. It was too hot. We'd walked a long way and I was quite tired. I'd love to go back to Rome and give it a second chance just to explore those back streets and make the most of just chilling and enjoying the city. We finished the day at this beautiful rooftop bar. I'll put more info in the comments. And then we had pasta and made our way home. I didn't get to fully record Rome because my phone battery just absolutely died on me. So apologies for that. We're just at Rome train station. It is huge here. So we are here. It's super early. It's like, what time is it? 10:45, 9:30. Our train is at 10:35, but we wanted to be here because it's just been a bit stressful getting about because this place is actually massive. But one thing I didn't account for was the size of Rome. I was imagining from all the TikToks and things I've watched, quite quaint little sort of cobbled streets, everything close by. The place is massive. And our hotel was quite a way out of the way. So we got a taxi. It said it was going to be about half an hour, and accounting for traffic, we wanted to get here early. I was like, I want to be here. I don't mind sitting around at the airport. I'd rather be doing that than being in a taxi, stressing out that we're going to miss our train. So we are here in this massive airport. We're going to go grab a coffee or something because we've got our tickets. We're all ready to go through as soon as our train arrives and we know the platform, and we'll be off to Venice. I'm just fretting out now because I've noticed the numbers on our tickets are 10D and 11D, so I don't know if we're going to be sat together or one and behind each other, but you know, we will see. And I'll be a bit annoyed. I do like a window seat, but hey ho. Hey, so I just wanted to come on and do a quick summary of our trip to Rome. My phone decided to just go a bit bonkers while we were away, and the battery just went so flat. So I didn't get as much footage as I wanted, especially towards the end of the day. So just to summarise Rome, things that I found personally. So we booked our tours, St. Peter's Basilica Dome and the Colosseum tour through Get Your Guide. I will add links in the description box. We only had one full day in Rome. We stayed in a hotel which was called Smooth Rome West. We booked our trip through Wowcher and hadn't actually realised when I was looking at the maps just how far out of Rome our hotel was. So it was only a €10 taxi ride to the Basilica, so €15 to the centre of Rome. However, this did make it that it wasn't really that possible to go back and get changed during the day or just have some downtime. So when we'd had a really busy day, we'd done the Basilica, we'd done like 30,000 steps on our day in Rome. So we were really busy, and come about it's probably about 4:30, 4 o'clock. We were absolutely shattered, and it would have been so nice just to go back to the room, maybe lay down for an hour, get changed, and then come out in the evening for dinner. But I guess there was stuff immediately around our hotel, but we wanted to be in Rome for dinner. So it just took away that option of just heading off to your hotel and having a little break and splitting the day up, which makes it a really, really, really long day. So if my advice to anyone staying or going to Rome would be get a central hotel. I would never go again and not be staying slap bang in that central area or like a 5-minute walk from within. It would have taken an hour and a half or more to actually walk back to our hotel, so that wasn't particularly great. The hotel itself, like I say, we booked through Wowcher. It was okay. It was supposed to be a 4-star. There were no frills whatsoever. It was a very substandard room, quite a small hard bed. We only had a bedside cabinet on one side, which meant I had no bedside cabinet, no socket, which really annoys me because my phone was flat, so I couldn't plug it in next to me. If I wake up in the night, you know, when you just want to check the time or something, I couldn't do that. So that really knocked at me. But it was clean, it was tidy, but very basic. The second thing, Rome is so busy. I wasn't prepared already for how busy Rome is. Like, it is busier than trying to get on the popular rides at Disney World. It's so busy. When you go to the Colosseum, when the Basilica, we went to the Basilica, I think we queued about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to get in there. When you get to the ticket bit, which is under the big horse statue, actually, there's one man checking tickets and letting all of these people in, which seemed a bit ridiculous. The security to get in the Colosseum and to get in the Basilica is like airport security, so do be prepared. You've got to strip off and go for a scanner, which is fine. So the queues are massive. Yeah, we queued about 3/4 of an hour, and we went at 10 to 8 in the morning. When we came out, the queue was wrapped around. It was at least probably 4 or 5 times longer than when we went. So if you're going to book tours, I would advise buy and skip the queues, or you are going to be spending a lot of time there. Like I said, we had one day in Rome. We had too much to do, way too much. I would have actually rather not booked the tours that we done and just had a wander and a mooch and chilled and enjoyed Rome. And that is why I feel I'd like to go back there, because by the end of our day, I was very stressed out. I was very tired, and I decided that I didn't like Rome. I don't feel that is the case at all. We were just overstimulated, tired, hot. So I would love to go back to Rome just to spend the day seeing it from the outside, wandering through the little plazas and squares, taking in all the little things, not the major sites. I'd probably avoid those in future. Like the Colosseum, we sat outside a beautiful bar just across the road, and I would have been quite happy to sit and look at the Colosseum from there, to be honest. Going inside, very interesting. It is like a museum around the outside of the inside. So it is interesting, but in future, I would just like to go back to Rome, stay very central and explore the streets and have a bit more of a chillaxed time there. So yeah, I just wanted to summarize what I thought of Rome. Do be prepared for it to be busy. When you go to Trevi Fountain, I read a few posts that said you need to go at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. I thought, well, that's ridiculous. It can't be that busy. I'm telling you now, it is that busy. It is situated within like a little plaza, within a block, an enclosed block, enclosed by buildings, and you cannot move in there. Everywhere you want to take a picture in Rome, you are sort of queuing for your spot to take a picture. It did take some of the magic away from me, I'm not going to lie, but I would like to go back and give it another chance and see if I enjoy it more that time. Anyway, coming up next, we have got Venice. Venice is a whole different story. Venice was a love story for me. I absolutely adored it. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope there are some useful bits in there. There is not as much footage as I would like because I don't know what was going on with my phone. Maybe I need a new one. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look into that. But enjoy the vlog, and Venice is coming up next.